All right, hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Apex Performance. My name's Apollo Lewis. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus from everybody, but it's just been regular kind of home workout, quarantine, essential worker type of stuff. So if you're first time being here, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you guys can be here with us. If you're a returner, so glad that you guys are back with us. You can be anywhere you want, but you're here following with us today. So with quarantine and everything going on, it's been a little bit wild, a little inconsistent with workouts, and I didn't want to be the person that's just throwing out more leg blaster, sit-up burpees, all the same stuff. So I've been pretty busy at home, setting up a home gym, making a little home squat rack, working out with the babies, kind of testing everything out. And it's been a ton of fun, and I'm excited to bring that to you guys now that I kind of got that set up. So my gym setup's kind of not the typical one. We'll kind of go through it, go over it a whole nother day. But it allows me the freedom to kind of do some of the things that we're allowed to do in the gym. Like this morning, my first session is going to be a little run one. I've got a air runner from the Assault set up, like their bikes and everything like that. So we're going to be running on that, and then we're going to rest, recover, snack, mobilize, and then get ready for our actual session. I'm going to pull my son in, and hopefully we have a little fun workout there later on today. But so my morning question just kind of wanted to be, what are you guys doing during quarantine? Leave in the comments, leave in a message, let me know what you guys are doing, what you're up to, what you found that works, so that we can keep on doing this fitness journey together. So what I've been doing is actually set up a structure. It kind of feels really similar to what we do at the firehouse now. I just kind of started at the end of the day and worked myself backwards. I just, with structure, it helps everything out. It helps the kids get ready. It helps the kids stay going for the day and not just sitting around. It helps me get moving when I'm sitting around. So I kind of started, like I said, at the end, working backwards. So we like to start at dinner. I try to have dinner prepped by 5 to 6. Prior to that, we're working at 2, so it's like our outside time. I grab the kids and we go outside and play from 2 till about 5 p.m., 4:30 when I come in and start fixing dinner. So before that, I know I got to eat lunch around 12:01, get the kids lunch, everything made. And then prior to that, I've been getting up every morning and running at least a minimum of a mile. I got a little internal goal. I ran on that Truth or the air runner for the first time in a while, and it was slow and it hurt. So now every day I'm just going to get up, run a mile, 2 miles. I'm going to extend it out each week, make it a little bit longer. But my goal is just try to get that mile time down somewhere close to where my outside to mile used to be. I know that thing is already slow, so I'm just going to try to get it as close as I can. It'll be a ton of fun. But man, that's enough messing around. We're going to jump into the first workout today. We're going to do an AM session every 3 minutes. On the 3 minutes for 24 minutes, we're going to sprint or sprint on that air form runner. And see how fast we can get those 250 meters done. So we're going to do 8 sets of 250 every 3 minutes on the 3 minutes, and that's going to be our initial piece for the day, our conditioning piece, the one that kind of wakes us up. It is only 8 a.m. in the morning right now, which isn't early for most people, but quarantine, that's like middle of the night in the morning. So we're going to warm up, we're going to voodoo floss, we're going to foam roll, we're going to get the body kind of moving and grooving for the day, make sure the joints are all ready to go and loving it. And then we're going to get on there and see how fast we can run on this the air assault runner this morning, okay? All right, workout number 1, here we go. Halfway. Second part about that thing is that when you're running and sprinting that fast, I was with a 17.1 on that one. Damn thing doesn't keep up with the meters. So it kind of gives you a false reading how fast you're going versus a little bit slower. You see the meter's going to tick kind of funky. My timer's beeping at me halfway there. Cool. 4 more. 10 seconds, last one. So, I need the rest of my rest before I do the interview part. So morning session's done. We did every 3 minutes, on the 3 minutes for 24 minutes, knocking out a 250-meter sprint on the air runner. It's a little bit more difficult than outside. I was getting each one right around 1 minute. I picked it up at the end. I started out running 16 to 17 kilometers per hour. And then I moved up, bumped it up because I felt good. Bumped it up to 17 and 19, and that last one was 19. I think I touched 20 just barely once, but I couldn't really look down at the screen. Keys to performance on this one though, guys, is pose running. I know most of you have heard of it, some of you haven't. It's hard to explain, so kind of look it up, but your goal on this thing is to try to keep your hips over your feet. So think about handstand walking. What you have to do is tip your hips a little bit forward and follow and kind of catch yourself with your hands. Same thing here, don't reach and pull with your heel out in front of you. It's gonna be really difficult to try and reach and grab with your ball of your foot because of the curvature of the treadmill. But focus on pushing your hips forward, getting yourself up to the top of that hill, and then that's gonna drive the wheel. That'll put your weight forward, that'll have you make contact just in front of your hips so that you can pull back, pull with your hamstrings, kick yourself in the butt, but make sure you're keeping your balls of your feet on there, hips forward, don't lean forward to get your weight forward. Hips push forward just like a handstand walk. If you don't have handstand walks, just push your hips forward. Keep yourself vertical up and down, almost like you're trying to keep hollow or keep your butt flat, you know, when you squeeze your butt when you're push pressing overhead. Keep your body straight, okay? Don't be arched, leaning with your chest or torso forward, all kind of ugly like. That's how running backs, that's how a running back in a strong safety runs. We lean forward, put all that weight forward and drive into it. We're not pushing the sled, we're pushing ourselves through space. And this thing feels like you're running uphill in sand, but if you have access to one, get on one because they're nasty, they suck, and they're good conditioning, all right? Okay, I'm gonna eat, recover, mobilize, get new spandex shorts on, get ready for the next one here in a couple hours. All right, guys, we're back for workout number 2. We're gonna head outside and check out the little rig that we've got. We're gonna head out into the beautiful northwest spring we're having, nice and rainy. But we're gonna still go outside and get after it. We got all we need. We got the adult playground. So we're gonna back squat today. We got all we need, like we said. We got our homemade back squats, squat rack, got our barbell, and you know we're always playing with them weights. So we're just gonna warm up now. We're gonna get ready for some back squats. We're doing every 2 minutes, on the 2 minutes for 12 minutes. We're gonna knock out 6 back squats. So we're gonna hammer that. If we can beat the rain, then we're gonna try to get an outside workout in too. If not, we'll move inside, see what we can get after there. But we're just gonna warm up now. See you then. Boop. Good, around.
Good morning. My name is Sophie.
All right, that finishes it. We did our 3 sets of a 2K bike, 150 doves, and then 30 burpee over the bar. So this was meant to be an EMOM. So we did every 10 minutes on the 10 minutes. We focused on pushing the bike and getting right off and holding on to the dubs. I tripped the first round, ran 150 on the next couple rounds. So that played out perfectly. That one went great to plan. Tried to push the cadence on the bike. I kept it about 85 RPMs, which is pretty good for me out of 4. So I was getting off of that sub 4, which is good, just trying to maintain that pace and blow everything out on the burpee over the bars. That was the nastiest part, especially when you would run the 150 dubs. That gets your heart rate jacked and everything kind of popping before you go over and start doing burpees, which gets you elevated again. But I kind of just kept the pace, kept the collective pace. I slowed down a little bit in the next couple rounds. First round was good. Second round, third round, slowed down kind of a little bit to where it was just a pace, just a manageable pace that I can keep holding on to. And that's what happens when you get tired. Find your 70%, your 80%, whatever you can kind of round down to, and just hold on to that and hang on. But that's it for the day. We had our morning mono session. It was just a run, 8 sets of 250s sprints. We broke, we stretched, we got our Ramwad on, ate, fed the babies, hung out with the babies, got our outside time right. And then now we just got done doing our PM session, which was back squat 6x6 basically every 2 minutes. 6 back squats at 225. Didn't go crazy heavy. I don't have all the in-between weights for our little home outdoor gym here, but it works. So the next jump is going to be 255, which will be fine. And then we did our EMOM, our long EMOM, 30-minute EMOM of the 2K bike, 150 dubs, 30 burpee over the bars. Again, like the kids say, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And then we'll get this made up, put out to you. You guys join us on the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye. Oh, what's up? Who else likes using voodoo floss when they go to warm up? I do. These old bones like them a lot. So what I do for voodoo floss is I just kind of get the initial starting underneath the knee. And then I get 2 reps underneath the knee to capture the bottom of that kneecap. Then you skip over the kneecap because you don't want you to have that ball of sack underneath it. So you don't want to drive it down and scrape it. And then from there, just wrap it up your quads. And then you're just working it through its range of motion. What it's really good for is pinning and stretching. So you're pinning down the muscles, the tendons, stretching those bad boys out as you move it through its range of motion. You can do it weighted or not weighted. You can do inchworms, you can do regular air squats. Whatever you like for warming up.